Hello everybody, and welcome to a sort of different style video I will be making today. Uh, I just wanted to give a sort of opinionated commentary on the overtime situation in all four of the major sports and what I think about them, how I think they should be improved, and which ones I prefer over others. So let's get right into it. So the first one I want to talk about is it mainly relates to the divisional round that happened a week ago as I'm recording this. I am currently recording this on the day of the championship weekend, the start of championship weekend on the Saturday. I forgot which game is playing today, but I just wanted to quickly start off with giving my opinionated sort of breakdown of the divisional round game between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. It is a big sort of controversy on whether they should change the overtime rules to better fit the playoff style of games and instead make it more fair for both teams by giving them both chances to start on offense and defense, as it seems that the coin toss is sort of what decides who wins, as the team that actually wins the coin toss wins over like 80% of the time, 90% of the time, which is just insane. I think that it should be improved. So here are some of my sort of opinionated suggestions. I firstly believe that they should improve it by making it into the sort of MLB extra innings type of overtime where each team would get a chance on offense. I also liked the college football sort of offense where you would get certain chances at the 25-yard line. Just keep scoring. If you score on your drive, then the other team gets a chance, and it's basically until the first team scores and the other team doesn't score, similar to how extra innings works, but it just keeps going, and it makes for fun. Even though long games, more plays, it does put a strain on the team. It does put strain on them for that, but I still think that it is a fun thing for the viewer, and it's definitely something that I think that they should improve upon. The NFL, I think, especially with the game that happened last week between the Chiefs and the Bills, it was a game that was really coming down to the wire, having, 23 or 25 points in the final 2 minutes, which is just insane. But it was just so much fun to watch, and it was very unfortunate to see that the Bills had lost the coin toss, which is the first time in the 9 times Josh Allen has done it. It's the first time he lost the coin toss when he called for it. He was 9-0, and yet this time, because he got the wrong call, the Chiefs just drove down the field, scored a touchdown, and that was it. I think the Bills definitely should have had a chance to actually score a touchdown on that in that game to see if it just continues and keeps going. Maybe give them like another quarter, just another 15 minutes, and whoever scores by then wins it, and just keep going 15-minute quarters until somebody wins. And it's sort of similar to what they have now, but I just loved it when it was like, okay, you get a chance to score, then you get a chance to score, and now it just keeps going. Again, with extra innings in the MLB, you can go 18, 20, 25 innings, which hasn't happened in a lot of more recent MLB history. The more 25, 27 inning games haven't happened in a long time, but those 15, 16, 17, 18 inning games that happen are so much fun because it's just back and forth. Yes, it gets tiring because nobody's scoring until the 18th inning, but still it's so much fun. Like, for example, the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers game, the World Series Game 2 in 2018 was a game that went to 18 innings and only had like one run in that final, obviously those final 9 extra innings. It's another full game of baseball that they played, and that was fun. It had a bunch of ratings. Yes, the game went into like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Pacific time, but still it was a great game to watch and one that they should definitely try to implement in the NFL. With the NBA, they also have their overtime rules where basically it's just like a normal game, except it's just less time. It's just 5 minutes. Make it like that, where it's just a normal game, except there's less time, and eventually, with those smaller periods, you're going to get somebody's score. And, if they just keep doing that and, make it so both teams get a fair shot, it would make a better game. It would make it so much more fun with a lot more excitement. and not just this sudden death, next team to score wins mode, which really puts an unfair advantage for the team that didn't even get a chance in the first place. Just put it in the playoffs. Just make it where it's a back and forth in the playoffs, but in the regular season, it can just be the regular overtime that they have now. Stuff like this would make it so much more fun, so much more enjoyable for the fans, and something that I even would enjoy. And it's also a thing with the NHL too, is that they have their own rule where they only get like a 5-minute period, and then it goes right to shootouts. The only time it's multiple overtimes is in the playoffs, which I guess makes sense, but the shootout is sort of unfair as it just puts all this pressure either on your goalie or the shooter to make it, and it's not like the fun excitement of overtime where it goes back and forth. There is some problems with their overtime as it's like people consider it in the NHL community to be just a line change game where you just flip out, sub out a bunch of players, but still, it's a lot of fun. It's something I definitely love to see. It's just so enjoyable and really something that, they should think about in the NFL, because you should implement what the MLB has, the NBA has, into the NFL, or just do what college football does, and the game would have so much more excitement, a bunch more plays, because now with the younger generation coming in, including me, it's more offense oriented. They like the big plays, the big touchdowns, the pick sixes, all the points in the world. They love that, including me. I love when it's like a 55-52 game that happened like a few years ago between the Chiefs and the Rams. That game was so much fun because it was like 110 points scored in the game. It was insane, and it was so much fun to watch. And if they just get more points, if they just make more overtime, less sudden death, and more just like a normal game, it would be so much fun to watch, and really, it's something they should consider. There's so many problems in overtime that makes it sort of like this pressure situation. There's so much more pressure on you, but it still is fun. It's like, oh, you want less plays for your players. You want them to be less tired over time. But then just make it just like college football, where it's only like 25-yard line. You get a couple chances, and you just keep going, keep scoring touchdowns from the 25. It's like as if a normal drive, but you only have to go 25 yards. Just do that. That's so much fun as well. There's so many things they can do to improve it, but it's unfortunate they're probably not going to take it into consideration. And it's pretty ironic that the Kansas City Chiefs in 2018 lost because Kansas City lost the coin toss, and then this year the Bills lose the coin toss and lose on a touchdown. And both of them at the time, both Kansas City at the time and Buffalo right now, wanted to change the overtime rules. And it's sort of unfortunate that that happened, because it's definitely something that I want to see them change. If they make it more exciting, more big plays, more chances for the teams to score, it'll definitely improve the quality, the enjoyment, the excitement. It's something I definitely want to watch, but it's probably not looking like they're going to do that. And it is what it is. I want to see what you guys think about this. I want to make more commentary videos on this type of stuff, more sports related content, and it's definitely something I will be making more content on. It's just so much fun to talk about sports, give my opinion on it, and I truly believe that overtime can be fixed. If it isn't fixed, well, it sort of is what it is. You can't really change that. It's the NFL's decision. But I think that if they do change it and make it more enjoyable for everybody, it'll definitely improve the excitement, the fans' excitement throughout the game. It'll be a lot more big play action and a lot more action intense entertainment for them, which will obviously benefit them. And it's obviously something I think they should think about. Even in other sports too, like I mentioned, NHL sort of needs to change what they have there and just fix it. As well as college football, just make it what the NBA or the MLB has, and it'll be a lot more fun. But like I said, hopefully you give your opinion on this. I want to see what you guys think about this as well. Yeah, I've loved the support on my videos, my clips that I've been posting up on there. It's pretty insane how much I've grown so far. But I will be posting more of them, but I want to get into more different content as well, just more general sports related stuff. And I hope to see what you guys think about this as well. Thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you like the cool commentary in the background, this cool little Fortnite gameplay. Obviously I'm not the greatest player in the world. Gotta live with it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want. You don't have to. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. That's about it. See ya.